From Milford High School, Milford TV is proud to present this coverage of Milford High School softball. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in as we bring you coverage of the 2014 MIAA Softball Division I first-round matchup between your Milford Lady Scarlet Hawks and the visiting Franklin Lady Panthers. These two teams know each other well, fellow division rivals within the Hockomock League, and taking on each other here in the preliminary round of this Division I South bracket. Milford coming in, of course, as the two-time Division I state champions with that perfect season in 2012, earning back-to-back state championships in 2012 and 2013, and back in the playoffs once again, despite all sorts of changes to their team up and down heading into this 2014 year. First-year head coach Steve DeVito bringing the team right back to where they have been for the better part of the last decade, right here in the MIAA playoffs, where they hope to advance with a win here today against their rivals from Franklin. Milford comes in today with an overall record of 13-7 throughout the regular season. Franklin coming in with an overall regular season record of 11-9. Milford earning the number 15 seed in this playoff bracket, with Franklin the number 18 seed. These teams faced each other once in the regular season. It was a victory for Milford, and quite possibly the reason why this game is being played right here in Milford rather than on the road in Franklin. We'll get right to your starting lineups for the game this afternoon, starting with the visitors from Franklin. Leading off and playing center field is Erin Hanley. Batting second and playing second base is Maddie Conley. Batting third and catching today is Bree Flaherty, with the first baseman Sabrina Lamonaco in the cleanup spot. Batting fifth is the third baseman Olivia DiGiacomo, with the pitcher Lily Crishone batting sixth. Batting seventh is the shortstop Alicia Donovan. Batting eighth is the designated player Christine Harvey, and batting ninth and playing left field is Sammy Rondeau. Number 10, Tatiana Havens, flexed out of the starting lineup, playing only defensively to start the game. She is out in right field. Your defensive alignment for the Milford Lady Hawks, it's Megan Jacks behind the plate with Ali Pierre Gustavo at first, Sam Bonvino at second, Jill Powers at short, Leah Murray at third base. Left to right in the outfield, it is Sydney Pounds, Giovanna Arcudi, and Maggie Farrell. And on the mound for this preliminary round playoff game for the Lady Hawks is Allie Atherton, getting ready to get this game started. Atherton emerging as a very strong pitcher for this team throughout the regular season. Finished up the regular season with an ERA of 1.54. Started 9 games for the Lady Hawks, finished with a overall record of 8 wins and just 1 loss. Emerging as the new ace of this Lady Hawks team, with Shannon Smith no longer amongst the high school ranks. The first pitch coming up, and it is swung on and popped up to third base. Unable to make the play is Leah Murray. It scoots into foul ground. Trying to take second base is Hanley, and she is out, gunned down from beyond third base. So a miscue to start that play, but a fine defensive effort put in. Guns down the runner at second base, and there is 1 out in this game. Hanley swinging away at that first pitch. It was just a shallow pop-up to third base that clanked off the glove of Murray. But the Lady Hawks there defensively to back up the play, and a good strong throw to second base cut down Hanley. So the error to the third baseman quickly erased, and now a first pitch strike into the second baseman for Franklin, Maddie Conley. 1 out and the base is empty as we just get started in this preliminary round playoff game. Atherton stares in, comes to the plate. That pitch a little bit high, evening up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Some rough weather conditions in the Milford area yesterday, unseasonably cool. Off and on rain, but a nice day for softball here today. As Conley now jumps ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. A good contingent of Milford fans on hand as they once again root on the Lady Hawks in the playoffs. Here's the 2-1 pitch now. It is swung on and foul tipped into the mid of Megan Jacks for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out in this top of the first inning. It is a lively crowd here, also a lot of chatter from the dugouts. Milford occupying the third base dugout with Franklin along the first base line. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the ground towards third base, played cleanly this time, but unable to pick it at first base is Pierre Gustavo, and Conley will reach. Leah Murray going to the backhand to field that ground ball. A good accurate throw across the diamond, but in and out of the glove of Ali Pierre Gustavo. So already 2 errors now on the Lady Hawks to the first 2 batters of the game. A runner at first base now for the number 3 hitter, Bree Flaherty. She digs in on the right side. Conley holds at first base. This pitch hit on the ground underneath the glove of Pierre Gustavo. And now we're going to get a ruling here, as it looks like it may have made contact with the runner. And now we're going to have some discussion here between Coach DeVito and the infield umpire. It appeared at first glance that that ball went underneath the glove of Pierre Gustavo, but now it seems like it may have made contact with the foot of the runner, Maddie Conley, as she headed down towards second base. Coach DeVito continuing to discuss matters with the umpire. Unclear now if Conley made contact with the ball or possibly made contact with Pierre Gustavo's glove. And now the conversation will continue at home plate. Right now, both runners holding at first and second base. And the Lady Hawks in an early jam here. The umpires are going to continue to talk things over. It seems as though the ruling on the field was that the contact occurred within the baseline, which is within the rules. But already plenty of activity in the game, so now the umpires have conferred. The ruling on the field stands, so a bit of instant replay without the actual ability for instant replay, something we've come to know and love so well in the major leagues over the course of this 2014 season. But the umpires not reversing the call here. Coach DeVito still unhappy with the explanation as he continues to talk things over now once again with the infield umpire. The way it stands right now, Conley is safe at second base with Flaherty safe at first base with an unusual infield single. So Coach DeVito returns to the sidelines now. There are 2 on with only 1 out, and the dangerous power-hitting Sabrina Lamonaco comes to the plate for Franklin. I had an opportunity to cover a game for this Franklin team back in the regular season, a game in which Sabrina Lamonaco hit 2 home runs in the game. So extra base power. And she takes the first pitch low for ball 1. An unusual top of the first inning, plenty of activity, a couple of errors now, a couple of base runners aboard at first and second base. And some high leverage pitches coming up here for Allie Atherton as she lets that one go up and away for ball 2. The Milford bench trying to cheer on their starting pitcher to get out of this jam. Atherton comes set, now comes to the plate, up and away once again, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. Another one out of the zone will load the bases. With the third baseman Olivia DiGiacomo on deck. Atherton needing to throw a strike here. Here is the pitch, and it's swung on and missed. The count to 3-1. Coach DeVito issuing some instructions to his catcher, Megan Jacks, before the next pitch is thrown. Here is the 3-1 pitch. It swung on and popped up foul and out of play out towards the parking lot. One of those things you always have to be aware of when parking at a Softball or baseball game, watch where you park your vehicle. So full count now. We'll see if Franklin opts to send the runners here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. With runners poised at first and second base. They hold. The pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. A big sequence right there from Allie Atherton falling behind 3-0. She comes back to strike out Sabrina LaMonaco for the 2nd out in this inning. So with 2 outs, the runners remain at first and second base, with DiGiacomo now coming to the plate. She's the 5th Franklin batter to step to the plate in this top of the 1st inning. Atherton looking to end the threat right here. This pitch is hit on the ground towards third base, gathered in by Leah Murray. She steps on the bag at third base. It pops out of its mooring, but the out is recorded, and that brings an end to a very eventful top of the 1st inning. Franklin gets a couple of base runners, but they cannot score through half an inning of play here in this preliminary round playoff game. It's no score, with Milford taking their first swings of the game. When we come back, here bringing you coverage of Milford High School softball on Milford TV. About to start the bottom of the 1st inning here in this preliminary round playoff matchup in the Division I South playoff bracket. As Milford was able to get out of a big-time jam in the top half of the inning, now they will come to the plate for the first time. Here is their starting lineup. Leading off and playing left field is Sydney Pounds, with Sam Bovino batting second and playing second. The designated player Taylor LeBrun hits third, with the first baseman Ali Pierre Gustavo hitting fourth. Jill Powers plays shortstop, and Megan Jacks catches and bats fifth, with Jill Powers playing shortstop and batting sixth. Maggie Farrell plays right field and bats seventh. Leah Murray plays third base and bats eighth, and in the 9th spot is the center fielder Giovanna Arcudi. And on the mound to start this game for the Franklin Lady Panthers is Lily Crishone. And ready with her first pitch of this inning, and it's a little bit outside for ball 1 against Sydney Pounds. Pounds up there from the right side. And the 1-0 pitch is in there for a called strike. Sydney Pounds with a regular season batting average of .342. Had 4 RBIs on the year. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and hit on the ground to the left side. And the throw to first base is going to be late. The third baseman could not make the play. The shortstop, Donovan, backing up, tried to hustle the throw across, but not in time for the speedy Sydney Pounds, who reaches with a leadoff infield single. Speed on the bases for Milford right away for now the second baseman, Sam Bonvino. Turns to bunt, drops one down towards the first base line. The throw to first gets there. So the sacrifice bunt from Bonvino brings Pounds into scoring position. 1 down now in the inning for Taylor LeBrun, the designated player. Taylor, one of the offensive stars on this team in the regular season, led the Lady Hawks in batting average at .481. Swings away at the first pitch for strike 1. A little bit off the plate. LeBrun up now. Ali Pierre Gustavo waits on deck. The 0-1 pitch well up and away for a ball. LeBrun, a hero of Milford softball playoff past. Stepping up on this team this season in the absence of the 5 senior captains who led Milford to a second state championship last year. The 2-1 pitch swung on and missed. Evening up the count again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Crishone stares in for the sign. Now into her windup and the pitch. Just getting a piece of that one was LeBrun. She fouls it. up over the backstop. And the count remains 2-2. Fans gathered in all areas of this field, including out beyond the outfield fence. Excellent crowd to take in the softball game. The 2-2 pitch up and away. And that fills up the count, 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out in the inning. And Sydney Pounds at second base in scoring position as the Hawks look to take an early lead. Here is the pitch. Low and away for ball 4. A patient at bat for LeBrun, and she works the 1-out walk. So a similar situation to what Franklin faced in the top half of this inning, as Franklin got 2 runners aboard early on in the inning with only 1 out. They were unable to score. Milford looking to capitalize, as now they have runners at first and second base, 1 down in the inning. And the cleanup hitter, Ali Pierre Gustavo, coming to the plate. Krishon readies. Here is the first pitch of the at-bat. And it misses for a ball. Krishon looking to find her command in this bottom of the first inning. Readies for another pitch. Here it comes. This one is hit out to right center field. A long run, and getting there in time is Tatiana Havens. And having to hustle back to second base was Pounds. She's able to get back. Pierre Gustavo giving that one a ride. But Havens able to make the play, and now there's 2 outs in the inning. That leaves it up to Megan Jacks, the catcher. Waits for the first pitch and takes it for a called strike. Megan Jacks in the regular season hit .288. Takes a pitch inside for ball 1, evening up the count at 1. Jill Powers, the shortstop, hoping to get a chance. She waits in the on-deck circle. Sydney Pounds remains at second, Taylor LeBrun at first, and the 1-1 pitch misses inside once again for ball 2. Back into the box is Jacks. Awaits the next pitch, hits it on the ground to the right side. A foot race to the bag, and LaMonaco able to get there just in time for the out that retires the side. So each team squanders a run-scoring opportunity in the first inning. We're done with 1 from Milford High School, still scoreless in this preliminary round matchup of the Division I South bracket, which we bring to you here on Milford TV. Back for the top of the second now, as Franklin will send batters 6, 7, and 8 up to begin this inning. Their starting pitcher, Lily Krishon, getting things started against her counterpart, Allie Atherton, back out there in the pitcher's circle for the Lady Hawks. Gave up a hit in the top of the first inning, also saw a couple of errors behind her defensively, but Milford was able to get out of the jam. Atherton looking for a calmer inning this time around, but first pitch swinging, Krishon laces it right back up the middle for a leadoff single. Krishon not wasting any time, got a pitch up and sent it right back where it came from, up the middle. And immediately Franklin gets a runner aboard. And more hard work coming up for Atherton as she gets set to deal with the Franklin shortstop, Alicia Donovan. Home plate umpire making sure everything is under control before we continue, as Franklin opting to sub in a runner here for their starting pitcher. Now digging in at the plate is Donovan. Atherton ready in the circle. Here is the first pitch, the bunt attempt, and this one is fouled away to the backstop. First pitch strike. Allie Atherton pitching 63 2/3 innings during the regular season, allowed just 14 earned runs, struck out 41. The next pitch to the plate. The bunt again, but once again it is fouled off at the plate. And Donovan in a 0-2 hole. Julia Arms is the runner at first base in the place of Lily Crishone. The windup and the pitch. This one is hit out to right field, but right in her tracks. Maggie Farrell is able to make the catch, perfectly positioned. And she reels that one in for out number 1, staying put at first base is Arms. One down, and next up the designated player, Christine Harvey. Harvey up there from the left side against the right-handed throwing Allie Atherton. She swings at the first pitch, grounds it to second base. Bonvino chooses to go the easy route to first base rather than chancing the double play. It was a bit of a slow developing ground ball, not much of a chance to get the runner at second base anyway, so the wise move from Bonvino, getting the sure out at first base, and now there's two gone in the inning. The runner Arms now in scoring position at second base. The number 9 hitter, Sammy Rondeau, at the plate. Take some signs from the Franklin head coach down the third base line before digging into the box. Offering to bunt, but then pulls the bat head back and takes a ball. Quickly ahead in the count, 2-0. Lily Crishone started this inning with a leadoff single. That runner now at second base with 2 outs. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and it's low and away for ball 3. More signs being taken by the batter. Atherton staring in. Now the 3-0 pitch. Taking all the way was Rondeau, and she takes a called strike 1. Not much of a breeze here in Milford during this game. Mostly sunny skies, as I said earlier. Pretty much ideal conditions for softball, not too hot either. The 3-1 pitch is hit on the ground to shortstop. It's going to be a tricky throw across the diamond. And beating it out at first base was Rondeau. It was a bang-bang play. The infield umpire from shortstop ruling that runner safe. You knew it was going to be close as it was hit deep in the hole at shortstop. Jill Powers doing everything she could to get that ball to first base quickly. But it's an infield hit for Rondeau. That turns the lineup over. Erin Hanley already up now for the second time. And takes the first pitch low for ball 1. On the play, Julia Arms took third base, so that puts runners at the corners for Franklin with 2 outs. Atherton ready, here's the pitch. Dropped by the catcher, Jacks, but ruled a called strike by the umpire. Powers poised at first and third base. Here's the pitch, grounded right back to Atherton. Sends a good strong throw to first base, and that will retire the side here in the top of the second inning. More drama. But again, Franklin cannot score. They strand 2 more runners. They've already stranded 4 in the first 2 innings. We head on to the bottom of the second inning, still scoreless. Here from Milford High School as you enjoy coverage of Milford High School softball here on Milford TV. Bottom of the second inning now from Milford. It will be batters 6, 7, and 8 coming up for the Lady Hawks. It's Jill Powers who gets it started. She swings away at the first pitch, sends a slow ground ball down the third base line, but it trickles foul. And Powers will return to the plate. Jill Powers, a .290 batting average through the regular season, a .315 on-base percentage. Collected 13 RBIs on the year. Had a total of 20 hits and 69 at-bats. The 0-1 pitch, too far outside. Oh, a called strike ruled by the home plate umpire. Reaching out for that one was Bree Flaherty, but it is a called strike. It evens the count at 1-1. Creeping in at the corners is Franklin, as this one is sit on the ground to second base. An easy play for Maddie Conley. She makes it cleanly. And the leadoff batter Powers is retired 4-3. That brings up Maddie Farrell, the right fielder, taking her first at bat of the afternoon. The left-handed batter ready. The first pitch from Crishone is a called strike 1. Not a long trip from Franklin to Milford, so a lot of visiting fans on hand cheering on the Franklin Lady Panthers. That pitch swung on and missed. One ball and 2 strikes now on the batter Farrell. With Leah Murray waiting on deck, here's the next pitch. And that one just missed. Just off the outside corner. Flaherty framed it. The count evened up at 2-2. The base is empty with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. Sent foul right off the end of the bat, keeping the fans behind home plate on their toes. Another 2-2 pitch coming up for the right fielder Farrell. Here it is. Low and maybe a little bit outside, and that will fill the count. Milford batters have been patient through these first 2 innings, making Crishone work. Here's the payoff pitch, and it's low for ball 4. So a nice at bat by Maggie Farrell, down in the count 1-2. She works the walk. And now she stands at first base as the third baseman, Leah Murray, digs in at the plate. The first pitch of the at bat is tapped foul at the plate for strike 1. Leah Murray hit .214 in the regular season. 9 hits on the year. She sends this one foul. Down in the count, 0-2. Murray struck out 8 times in the regular season. Had 4 RBIs. The 0-2 pitch is waved at and missed. Crishone took something off of that pitch and had Murray off balance. It's the first strikeout of the afternoon for Lily Crishone. Good for the second out here in the home half of the second. With 2 outs and the runner still aboard at first base, Giovanna Arcudi steps in. The speedy center fielder takes the first pitch for a called strike. The top of the Lady Hawks order lurks on deck. If Arcudi can keep it going. We're still scoreless here in the bottom of the second inning. This pitch waved at and missed, and it's 0-2. Of course, Milford certainly not a stranger to low-scoring playoff games, as they won each of their state championship games by a final score of 1-0. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Too far outside, and Arcudi doesn't chase. 1-2 now the count. Arcudi taking the signs from third base before stepping back in. Maggie Farrell remains at first base, and that pitch sent off the backstop. Count remains 1-2. Krishon into the windup. Here's her pitch. It's hit on the ground to the right side. The second baseman, Conley, has it. She flips to first for the out that retires the side. Another runner stranded in this game. We've seen a total now of 7 runners stranded between these two teams. And on to the third inning we go, still scoreless in this preliminary round game in the MIAA Division I South Tournament, brought to you here on Milford TV. Getting set for the top of the third inning now from Milford. We are still scoreless. The Lady Hawks taking on the Franklin Lady Panthers, and it is Maddie Conley, the second baseman, who started that final out of the bottom of the second, now leading things off here in the third. Gets a good rip at that first pitch from Atherton, but sends it foul outside of third base. Conley reached on an error by the first baseman, Pierre Gustavo, back in the first, but did not score. Conley up now, Bree Flaherty, the catcher, on deck. Hitters 2, 3, and 4 coming up in the inning, and this time Conley able to keep it between the lines. A couple of good, healthy swings against Atherton in that at-bat, and it pays off to the tune of a leadoff single. So for the third straight inning, Franklin will get their leadoff runner on base. Of course, it was short-lived in the first inning as Hanley reached on an error, but then was quickly thrown out trying to reach second base. But Conley aboard to start things here in the third, with now the dangerous 3-4 combination of Bree Flaherty and Sabrina Lamonaco due up for Franklin. And now the home plate umpire with some words for the batter, and now coming out to talk things over with Allie Atherton. Not exactly sure what the issue is here. The head coach for Franklin checking on things at the plate now. Everything's sorted out. And Atherton ready to face Bree Flaherty. Here's the first pitch. This one is hit out to right field. A long run, and unable to make the catch is Farrell. This one is going to roll to the wall. Hitting third base is Conley, coming around to the plate now. The throw cut off at the pitcher's circle, and coming all the way around to score from first base is Maddie Conley. An RBI double for Bree Flaherty, and Franklin takes the lead first in this game, up now 1-0. So finally, the Lady Panthers able to take advantage of a runner on base, stranding a pair in each of the first 2 innings, but getting the leadoff runner aboard here in the third, and immediately driving that runner in with a good hard RBI double out to right center field. Now here's LaMonaco. Takes a big hack at the first pitch, but misses for strike one. There are no outs in this top of the third inning. A run already in for Franklin, which has brought the visiting crowd to life, as well as the visitors' dugout. And Atherton's mettle being tested here in the third inning. A lot of the playoff experience on this Milford roster graduated last season. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes with no outs in the inning. A long look in for Atherton. Now winds and fires, too low, and it evens the count at 2-2. Balls and 2 strikes the count with a runner aboard at second. This pitch is lined up the middle. That's going to get through for a hit. Holding at third base is the lead runner. That lead runner, Rachel Cosino, running in place of Bree Flaherty, who had the RBI double, so it's a single for LaMonaco. Puts runners at first and third, still nobody out in the inning. And dangerous territory here for the Lady Hawks. Already trailing 1-0, and a golden opportunity for more runs here for Franklin as Olivia DiGiacomo comes to the plate. Atherton's first pitch of the at-bat is in there for a strike. And they allow LaMonaco to take second, guarding against that runner at third, so it takes a potential double play, at least the conventional way, off the board. 2 runners now in scoring position. And the pitch hit hard but foul up over the bullpen area. No balls and 1 strike. The next pitch hit on the ground, past the glove of Murray at third base, out into left. 1 run comes in. They hold LaMonaco at third. And diving back into the bag safely at first base is DiGiacomo, with an RBI single that increases the Franklin lead now to 2-0. That is now 4 straight hits in this inning against Atherton. Conley got it started with a single, then the RBI double for Flaherty, and now back-to-back singles by LaMonaco and DiGiacomo. And it's a 2-0 lead for Franklin, looking for more as they still have no outs in the inning. Freshman starter for Milford in a big-time jam, pitching against her counterpart Lily Crichon, and the first pitch is swung on and missed for a strike, and again the runner are able to take second base on the defensive indifference. In the top of the third, and Franklin really looking to pad the lead now, up by a pair with a pair in scoring position. We don't have a direct line of sight to the bullpen right now as this pitch is hit deep in the air to left field, back towards the wall, and that one is over the wall. A 3-run home run for Lily Crichon. And the Lady Panthers come pouring out of the dugout as their starting pitcher helping her own cause with a 3-run shot that puts the Lady Panthers up 5-0. That was a line drive that just snuck up over the fence out in left field. This is a Franklin offense that can do some damage in a hurry, and they are demonstrating that here in this third inning. Unable to capitalize early, but making up for lost time here in the third. Now with 5 runs so far in the inning, they have yet to make an out. Taking a look at some of the overall stats from the regular season in the Hockomock League, Franklin not ranking amongst the top 5 teams in runs scored per game, surprising enough. Milford came in 5th in that category, scoring an average of 5.76 runs per game. Franklin, however, one of the better defensive teams in the league, allowing an average of just under 3 runs per game. That was good for 4th in the Hockomock League, which of course is stock full of talented softball programs. It's an 0-1 count right now to Alicia Donovan, the shortstop, who lined out to right field in her first at-bat. And hits this one high in the air out to right once again, but Farrell is there to make the catch. And finally the first out is recorded. That draws some cheers from the Milford crowd, who has been silenced by this 5-run rally. One out and the base is empty, and the designated player Christine Harvey coming to the plate. Harvey 0 for 1 on the afternoon. The first pitch hit on the ground to shortstop, played cleanly by Powers. A quick throw across the diamond gets there. 6-3 on the out, and there are 2 away here in the top of the third. Milford desperate to get back to the dugout and end this offensive rally for the visiting Franklin Panthers. Atherton having to face the number 9 hitter Sammy Rondeau, who swings at the first pitch, pops it up just out onto the outfield grass, where the second baseman Sam Bonvino makes the catch, and that will do it here in the top of the third inning. But a big rally for Franklin. They score 5 runs. The big blow in the inning, a 3-run shot from Lily Crichon. And it's now a 5-0 lead for Franklin as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Covering playoff action for Milford softball here on Milford TV. Into the home half of the third inning now. The Lady Hawks needing to stage a comeback in this game as they find themselves now in a 5-0 deficit. The pitch to the leadoff hitter, Pounds, is hit softly just in front of the plate. Bouncing out in front to make the play was the catcher, Bree Flaherty. 2-3 on the putout. And the leadoff hitter retired. And that brings up Sam Bonvino. Takes the first pitch up high for a ball. Bonvino with a sacrifice bunt back in the first inning. Sending Sydney Pounds into scoring position. Unfortunately, Milford unable to capitalize. Milford with 3 runners left on base through the first 2 innings. This one is lined hard up off the glove of the second baseman Connolly and out into shallow right center field for a base hit. That one will actually more likely go as an error, as it's a fairly routine play for Conley at second base, who let it bounce in and out of the glove. The first Franklin error of the day. Gives Milford some life with now Taylor LeBrun coming to the plate. Takes the pitch on the corner for a called strike. LeBrun working a walk back in the first inning, but was stranded aboard. Milford with just one hit so far in the game. They have walked twice. LeBrun down in the count, 0-2. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. In and out of the glove of the catcher Flaherty, but first base occupied. LeBrun down on strikes. It's the second K of the afternoon for Lily Crishone, who certainly helped her own cause in a big way in the top half of this inning with that 3-run blast. 2 outs now in the bottom of the third for Ali Pierre Gustavo. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. Pierre Gustavo lifting one to deep right field in her first at-bat. That was reeled in by Tatiana Havens. Now she hits it on the ground, off the glove of the shortstop Donovan, and out into left field. So both middle infielders having some trouble for Franklin here in the bottom of the third, and it gives Milford an opportunity to extend the inning. An error on the second baseman earlier, now an error on the shortstop. That leads to runners at first and second base for the catcher Megan Jacks, who grounded out to first base to conclude the first inning. And a conference now at the mound, as well as off of third base, where Jacks talks things over with head coach Steve DeVito, who of course upon conclusion of this Milford softball playoff run will take the reins of the Milford Legion Post 59 team, taking over both positions for former head coach Brian Mackey, who vacated the spots of head coach for both the softball team and the Legion team after championship runs out of both teams a year ago. Jacks lays off the first pitch, which was outside for a ball. The 1-0 pitch, that one in there for a strike. This young Milford team looking to dig deep to get back into this ball game, an opportunity to do so here with a couple of runners on base. Go a long way to immediately chip into this lead. But Megan Jacks now down in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Next pitch coming in from Crishone. This one hit to the opposite field, but making the catch right on the line out there and right was Tatiana Havens, and you could see the frustration out of Jacks. She knew she hit that ball well, but it hung up long enough for Havens to make the catch, and that is the final out here in the bottom of the third inning. 2 more runners stranded on base for the Lady Hawks. We head on to the fourth. It's a 5-0 lead for Franklin as we cover playoff softball here on Milford TV. It's the top of the fourth here at Milford High School, with the visiting Franklin Lady Panthers leading by a score of 5-0. They bring the top of their order up here in the fourth. Erin Hanley up now for the 3rd time. Reached on an error in the first and grounded out back to the pitcher to end the 2nd inning. Several Milford softball alumni in attendance in this game this afternoon. Lauren Hanna, Caroline Fairbanks taking on this game from the 3rd base line. As this ball is hit on the ground to shortstop, Powers has it, hustles the throw across and gets it there just in time. Another close play at first, but this time Powers able to get the throw there in time to retire the leadoff man. Certainly a welcome sight for Allie Atherton to see that leadoff hitter retired. Atherton allowing 5 straight hits in the last inning as part of that 5-run rally, capped off by the home run. Maddie Conley fouling the first pitch out of play off to the left side. Conley 1 for 2 on the day. She does have a run scored. Scored as part of that rally last inning. The 0-1 pitch in there for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes with 1 out and the bases empty here in the top of the 4th. The next pitch hit on the ground again to shortstop, bobbled by Jill Powers, and she will not have a play. It would have been another hard throw. One of the toughest positions to play really in either softball or baseball is the shortstop position, but particularly in softball. You have such a little time to get that throw across the way. One on with 1 out, and sending the pitch foul and out of play is Flaherty. Flaherty 2 for 2. A single, a double, an RBI, and a run scored. She has had an excellent day out of this number 3 spot in the lineup. The 0-1 pitch coming up from Atherton is hit on the ground. The third baseman, Murray, picking it and throws to first base just in time to get Flaherty. Taking second base on the play was Conley. Murray ranging well out to the middle of the infield dirt to field that grounder, just picked it right in the webbing of the glove and able to get an off-balance throw to first base in time. So Flaherty retired 5-3, and that leaves it up to Sabrina Lamonaco, who struck out swinging in the first and singled back in the third. First pitch high and outside for ball 1. Sun still streaking across the field here at Milford High School as we play on into the afternoon hours. This game about 60 minutes old at this point, as that pitch gets fouled away, almost reaching street level. It evens the count at a ball and a strike. The fans about as quiet as they've been all game, though the dugouts remain full of chatter. The 1-1 pitch outside for ball 2. Lamonaco digging back in on the right side, rests that bat on the shoulder, now brings it up high. Here's the pitch down in the dirt. And the runner able to take third. Conley moving up a base. Here's a 3-1 offering. That one hit hard towards the visitors' dugout. Not even a flinch out of the Franklin coach standing in the doorway of the dugout area. That foul ball hitting hard off the chain link, just a foot or so away. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. A runner at third base for Franklin. Atherton with the payoff pitch. It's up high for ball 4. Lamonaco heads down to first base. Runners at the corners for the Lady Panthers. And that will give Olivia DiGiacomo a chance. Grounded into a fielder's choice to end the first inning. Collected an RBI single in the third. That pitch up high for ball one, trotting down to second base was Lamonaco. The fans a little restless, wanting to see a throw down to second base. Milford not wanting to allow an easy run here, down by 5. Opting to keep that runner close at third. Here's the 1-0 pitch. This one is hit out to right field. Charging in is Farrell. She makes the catch. And that will end this top of the fourth inning. Franklin strands 2 runners in scoring position, but through 3.5 innings, they continue to lead this game by a score of 5-0 as you watch playoff softball coverage right here on Milford TV. Jill Powers set to lead things off here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. She'll be followed by Maggie Farrell and Leah Murray. She swings at the first pitch. It's a hard ground ball to shortstop, but a good play made by Alicia Donovan. Fielding that ball and firing to first base, and Powers is down on 1 pitch. Now Maggie Farrell coming to the plate. Worked a walk in her only previous plate appearance. The check swing, they check down to first base, no swing on that first pitch by Maggie Farrell. Starting off ahead in the count, 1-0. Creshone's pitch in there for a called strike. Crishone so far 3 1/3 innings, has allowed only 1 hit. No runs allowed. She's walked 2 and struck out 2. Franklin does have 2 errors so far in this game. Milford with 3 miscues. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Sent foul off the backstop. And that evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The left-handed swinging Farrell settles back in. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's hit on the ground. Snagged nicely on the backhand by Sabrina Lamonaco. Nice defensive play by the Franklin first baseman. She takes it to the bag herself. And there are 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth inning. That leaves it up to Leah Murray, who struck out swinging back in the second. She lines this pitch down the left field line. That gets down for a fair ball. All the way down into the corner. Murray digging for second base, where she slides in there with a 2-out double. That gives the Milford faithful something to cheer about, as they have a runner now in scoring position with 2 outs. With the center fielder Giovanna Arcudi coming to the plate. Arcudi ready on the right side. Crishone ready with the pitch. And it misses outside and low for ball 1. Arcudi grounded out to second base in her only plate appearance so far this afternoon. This one hit the opposite way. That gets down for a base hit. It's going to roll to the wall. Rounding third base and coming in to score is Leah Murray. It's a 2-out RBI double for Giovanna Arcudi, and the Lady Hawks are on the board. It's now 5-1. A big RBI hit out of the number 9 hitter in this lineup. Crishone able to get Powers and Farrell quickly to start off this inning, but the 8 and 9 hitters coming through with back-to-back doubles to plate a run here for Milford, cutting the deficit to 4. Still plenty of time left in this game. Back up to the top of the order in Sydney Pounds, who takes the first pitch low for ball 1. A lot of the players in this lineup untested in the postseason. You have to wonder if having a little bit of success here in this inning might start to get the confidence going. As Pounds lays off that pitch and now finds herself ahead in the count 2-0. Two balls and no strikes. Creshone's next pitch buzzes in there for a called strike. Everyone up in the Milford dugout wanting to see this rally continue. Pounds levels the bat. Here's the pitch, fouled away. And that evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sam Bonvino hoping to get to the plate in this inning. She waits on deck. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner aboard at second base. Here's the pitch, up and away, and that fills the count. Pounds making Creshone work here with 2 outs in the inning. The 3-2 pitch is hit foul, up over the backstop and out of play. The Milford fans appreciating this good at bat being put on by the Lady Hawks leadoff hitter. Pounds ready, Creshone ready. Another 3-2 pitch, and this one hit in the air, foul down the right field line. Racing over was Tatiana Havens, but unable to get there in time to make a play. It lands foul, and the at-bat continues. Pounds a check down at third base to receive the signs from Coach DeVito, now ready. The payoff pitch is hit on the ground and threw out into right field for a base hit. Coming to the plate and sliding in safely is Giovanna Arcudi with the second Milford run of the inning. It's an RBI single for Sydney Pounds, and it's a 5-2 game now. What a terrific at-bat out of Sydney Pounds, seeing every pitch in Creshone's arsenal, fouling off pitch after pitch until she got one she could handle and stung that ground ball through the hole between first and second base to bring in another run for the Lady Hawks. And now here's Sam Bonvino, who takes the first pitch for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Bluffing at first base was Pounds, but she stays put. And Bonvino now ahead in the count 2-0. A good hitter's count here for the Milford second baseman. Here's the pitch, high and away. Taylor LeBrun, one pitch out of the strike zone away from coming to the plate. And this will bring the Franklin head coach out of the dugout. Talking things over with her starter, Lily Creshone. She's been in control of much of this game, but the Franklin hitters coming through here. All of this damage being done so far with 2 outs. Powers and Farrell retired to start this inning, but then back-to-back doubles by Leah Murray and Giovanna Arcudi produced the first run, and then the RBI single by the leadoff hitter Sydney Pounds.
Stay here, stay here.
Creshone with a smile on her face as she talks things over with her head coach. Trying to stay poised out there in the pitcher's circle. It's a 3-ball, no strike count to the batter, Sam Bonvino. Here's the pitch, and it's in there for a called strike. Bonvino taking all the way, knowing that the slugging Taylor LeBrun waits on deck. Three balls and one strike. Here's the pitch, and it's hit on the ground to first base, played there by Sabrina Lamonaco. She taps the bag herself for the out that retires the side. So Milford strands Sydney Pounds on base. However, they do collect their first 2 runs of the game and cut the deficit down to 3. Our score 5-2 as we head on to the 5th inning here with coverage of playoff softball on Milford TV. Allie Atherton watched her offense produce 2 runs in the bottom half of the 4th inning, looking for a shutdown inning here to keep the deficit at 3 and give her team a chance to continue to come back in this game. As Franklin will bring up batters 6, 7, and 8 in this top of the 5th inning, with Lily Crishone getting it started. Crishone hitting this one on the ground to deep short. Powers makes the play and makes the throw over to first base in time. Crishone retired quickly to start off the top of the 5th. 6-3 on the putout. It's the first time Crishone has been retired today. She was previously 2 for 2 with a single in the 2nd inning and a 3-run home run in the 3rd. So with 1 out and the bases empty, here's the shortstop, Alicia Donovan. Donovan swings away at the first pitch and pops it up behind second base. It's Bonvino who makes the catch, and with just 2 pitches, Milford has 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. The Lady Hawks would love nothing more than a very quick 1-2-3 inning. They have not had a 1-2-3 inning so far in this game. But standing in their way is the designated player, Christine Harvey. She grounds one right back to the pitcher. Atherton fires to first base, and on just 3 pitches, Milford knocks him down 1-2-3. We head on to the home half of the 5th with the score staying put at 5-2 with playoff coverage here on Milford TV. You can feel the momentum starting to turn a bit in this game as we head into the bottom of the 5th. Taylor LeBrun leading things off. Milford still trails by a score of 5-2. Those 2 runs scored in the bottom of the 4th, and it was followed by a 3-pitch 1-2-3 top of the 5th inning. Atherton's best inning by far so far in the game. It's LeBrun, Pierre Gustavo, and Jax due up in the home half of the 5th. As LeBrun sends a slow roller over towards third base, but a great play made by Olivia DiGiacomo, pouncing on that ball, and a very quick release over to first base as LeBrun is retired. She's now 0 for 2 with a strikeout and also a walk. So with 1 down, up comes Allie Pierre Gustavo, who reached on an error in the 3rd inning and has also flown out to right field. Called strike, just grabbing a piece of the outside edge. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Lady Hawks first baseman. Crishone's pitch misses, and it's 2-1 now. Chants continue from the Milford dugout as the 2-1 pitch comes, and this one lined foul wide of first base. The Milford first base coach having to jump out of the way. Two balls and 2 strikes. The next pitch is lofted up over the shortstop and out into left field for a base hit. Pierre Gustavo claps her hands as she rounds first base. Aboard now with 1 down. That hit was Milford's 5th of the day. 2 runs now on 5 hits with 3 errors. And here's Megan Jacks, who takes a pitch right at the top of the strike zone. No balls and 1 strike the count. The next pitch popped up behind the plate. Battling the sun and her own equipment, the catcher, Bree Flaherty, was able to make the catch. Discarding the helmet, which she almost tripped over, as that one was not hit all that high. Jacks fouling out to her counterpart, Flaherty. 2 outs now in the inning. Pierre Gustavo remains at first base, and now here's Jill Powers, who has grounded out to second and short on the day. Swings at a pitch down and out of the strike zone. She knew it right away as she vacates the batter's box and looks down to head coach Steve DeVito. Back into the box now is Powers. Another off-balance swing. She's down in the count, 0-2. Feeling frustrated, she holds the bat over her head and again looks down to her head coach. Not looking comfortable at all in this at bat. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs in the inning. The next pitch well outside, not chasing that time. Pierre Gustavo readies herself at first base. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And again holding up his Powers. Krishon trying to entice Jill Powers with that low outside pitch once again, but showing better plate discipline is Powers, and now finds herself in an even count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the next pitch, outside again. Down in the count, 0-2. Now Powers has run the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. And Pierre Gustavo will have a head start at first base on this next pitch. She goes, the pitch is swung on and fouled down the right field line and out of play. We'll do it all again. Powers pinwheels the bat. Another payoff pitch, and this one popped up off of first base and sliding on the knees to make the catch was the catcher, Bree Flaherty, making a couple of good plays in foul ground in the inning. And Milford will strand the runner at first base. We head on to inning number 6. Time starting to run out for the Lady Hawks as they continue to trail by a score of 5-2. Stay tuned for more here on Milford TV. The freshman Allie Atherton back out in the pitcher's circle to start her 6th inning of work in this game so far. Through 5 innings, she's allowed 5 runs on 8 hits with 1 walk and 1 strikeout. But enjoyed a lightning quick 1-2-3 top of the 4th inning, or excuse me, top of the 5th inning. Looking for similar results here in the 6th. A bunt attempt on the first pitch. Atherton pounces on it out of the pitcher circle and fires to first base. with the second baseman Sam Bonvino covering the bag. Good defensive play by the starting pitcher for Milford. And the number 9 hitter, Sammy Rondeau, retired. That's now 5 in a row retired by Allie Atherton. And starts off ahead in the count against the leadoff hitter, Hanley, 0-1. Hanley without a hit so far today as she takes that ball low and inside, evening the count at 1. Hanley reached on an error all the way back in the first inning, and since then it's been a pair of ground outs, one to the pitcher and one to the shortstop. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one hit foul. Looked like it glanced off of the front foot of Hanley. The Franklin center fielder. A light breeze blowing from left to right across the field. And what continues to be a fine weather day is here is the first hit of the day for Hanley. She stings that one out into left field, played quickly by Sydney Pounds. But it's a one-out single for the the Franklin leadoff hitter. Getting back into the dangerous part of this Franklin lineup with Maddie Conley, the second baseman, coming up to the plate. Pitch from Atherton hit high in the air out to left field, but Pounds right there to make the catch. Barely had to move to reel that one in. And it keeps Hanley at first base with now 2 down. But still work to be done in the inning with the dangerous Bree Flaherty coming to the plate. 2 hits, an RBI, and a run scored on the day for Flaherty. Atherton was finally able to retire her last time up as she grounded out to third base. She hits this one on a line to shortstop, and into the dive to make the catch was Jill Powers. A nice defensive play. And the one-out single proves to be harmless. We head on to the bottom of the 6th inning. Milford in need of runs as they trail by 3 here in the preliminary round of the Division I South playoff bracket, which we're happy to bring to you here on Milford TV. These Milford Lady Hawks, again, no stranger to the playoffs as they look to defend their 2-time Division I state title. Starting to run out of time in this game as we move on to the bottom of the 6th inning. With Milford trailing by 3, they bring the bottom third of their order to the plate against Lily Crichon out there for her 6th inning of work. And she starts off with ball 1 against Maggie Farrell, who has walked and grounded out so far this afternoon. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike. If you haven't had a chance to check it out yet, Milford TV produced a documentary on the championship run of these Milford Lady Hawks, as now this pitch is hit out into shallow center field off the bat of Farrell. Moving in is Hanley to make the catch. That documentary called Lady Hawks Legacy, Milford Softball's Rise to Glory. Premiered a couple of months ago on Milford TV. If you haven't had a chance to see it yet, it is available for viewing on our YouTube channel. You can find us on YouTube at My Milford TV. All of our subscribers receive updates as soon as we add new content, so we certainly urge all of our viewers to do that. 1 down in the inning and a 1-ball, no-strike count on the batter, Murray, who hits one on the ground towards third base. It's bobbled, and Murray will reach for the 2nd straight time. She doubled and scored back in the 4th inning, finds herself on base here on the error. Errors now even at 3 apiece. for these two teams. But more importantly, it gives Milford a one-out base runner for Giovanna Arcudi, who came through with a big RBI double back in the fourth. Allowed Milford to score their first run. These two teams played each other back during the regular season. That game happened at Franklin back on May 5th, a game that Milford won by a score of 2-1. It's a 2-ball, no strike count now to Arcudi. The windup and the pitch from Crishone in there for a strike. It is a 2-ball, 1-strike count with one out and the runner at first. This one is hit through the left side for a base hit. That one snuck underneath the gloves of both DiGiacomo at third and Donovan at short. And Milford will bring the tying run to the plate now with one out in the inning in the person of leadoff hitter Sidney Pounds. More good work done out of the bottom of this Milford lineup. Arcudi now 2 for 3. Leah Murray down in scoring position at second base. Sidney Pounds 2 for 3 today. Grabbed an RBI single in her previous at bat. Here's the pitch from Crishone. A good pitch. Right on the inner edge, in on the hands. No balls and 1 strike. Sidney Pounds positioning herself right at the front of that right side batter's box. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It dips in too low. Leah Murray, the runner at second base. Giovanna Arcudi at first. Sidney Pounds representing the tying run at the plate. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one hit back up the middle. It could be 2. They throw to third base out there. That's all they'll get. Good hands in the pitcher's circle for Lily Crishone as she fires to third to gun down the lead runner. Pounds safe on the fielder's choice. Arcudi down to second base, but now 2 outs in the inning. And it's up to Sam Bonvino, the second baseman, who was all over that first pitch. That sent it foul up over the visitors' dugout. 5-2 the score. Franklin scoring all of their runs back in the third inning. Milford has been trying to chip away. They have the tying run at the plate, but now with 2 outs in the inning and a no-ball, 2-strike count on Sam Bonvino. And hits this one up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. They wave the lead runner to the plate. Here comes the throw. It's offline. The throw to third, and they've got the runner hung up, and Pounds will be tagged out to end the inning. The run does score as Arcudi came in, but Pounds runs into the final out of the inning, getting hung up between second and third. So we move on to the 7th inning. Milford continues to trail, but now by a score of 5-3 as we bring you playoff coverage here on Milford TV. Well, Milford pushing across another run in the bottom of the 6th inning. It could have been more, but unfortunately a costly out recorded on the bases. As Sidney Pounds was thrown out trying to take third base. So the Lady Hawks carry a 5-3 deficit into the 7th inning, where they will deal with batters 4, 5, and 6 in the Franklin order. Sabrina Lamonaco leading it off. Officially 1 for 2 today. She has a single and a walk. Grounds the first pitch foul outside of third base. Allie Atherton has gotten better in the late innings of this game after allowing that 5 spot in the 3rd inning. She has allowed just 1 hit over the course of the last 3 innings. Giving her team a chance to climb back into this game where they still trail by 2. A big swing and a miss from the power-hitting Sabrina Lamonaco. Down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. This would certainly be a big first out of the inning for Atherton. Here's the windup and the pitch. This one hit hard down the left field line. It's a fair ball rolling down into the corner. Digging for second base is Lamonaco. She will get there standing up. Another extra base hit for the Lady Panthers. Lamonaco down to second base to start things off here in the 7th. And they'll bring in a pinch runner for Lamonaco here as once again Rachel Cosino will step out onto the bases. Taking over at second base, Olivia DiGiacomo coming to the plate. She has 1 hit on the day in 3 trips to the plate. Atherton trying to keep that runner right where she is at second base, but delivers the first pitch up and out of the strike zone to Giacomo for ball 1. Next pitch gets past the glove of Megan Jacks, and that allows the runner Cosino to move up to third. A wild pitch by Allie Atherton. It's a 2-0 count to the batter DiGiacomo. Here's the pitch. This one hit in the air, out to left field. Charging in is Pounds, and the runner will hold at third. Played very nicely by Sydney Pounds, getting herself into good throwing position, and there wasn't even a bluff at third base from Cosino. One down in the inning. And here comes Lily Crichon, who has what has been by far the biggest hit in the game, a 3-run home run back in the third inning that put Franklin up at the time 5-0. This one a pitch out, the runner coming to the plate, and she is out. It looked like they may have been looking to intentionally walk Crichon. Instead, the throw went all the way back to the backstop, but it bounced right back to Megan Jacks, who came to the plate, made a good block, and Cosino out at the plate. What a big play for the Lady Hawks. Now 2 outs in the inning. And it was indeed going to be an intentional walk. But now they will pitch to Crichon with the bases empty and 2 outs. Two 2-0 now the count to the Franklin starting pitcher, Lily Crichon. 2 for 3 on the afternoon with those big 3 runs batted in.
Hey, battle now all the way back. Let's go. Come on, battle all the way back.
Atherton winds and fires, and that pitch low. It is a 4-pitch walk. They were not going to give in to give Crichon anything close to hit with the bases empty. And now they will take their chances with the shortstop, Alicia Donovan. They'll send another pinch runner out there in the place of Krishon. It's Julia Arms. Runner at first base with 2 outs for the shortstop Donovan, who is 0 for 3. The first pitch is low and inside for ball 1. The Lady Hawks will have the middle of their order due up in the bottom half of this inning. Taylor LeBrun, Allie Pierre-Gustavo, and Megan Jacks. But before we get there, another big out looms in this top of the 7th. As Atherton delivers a called strike 1 to even the count. It has not been an easy inning thus far for Atherton, but an opportunity to get out of it without any further damage if she can retire. Donovan at the plate. Donovan calling for a timeout, was denied, and sends this one up the middle, fielded by the second baseman, Sam Bonvino. She takes it to the second base bag herself for the force out that retires the side, so the score remains 5-3. Milford carrying a 2-run deficit into the bottom of the 7th inning. Looking for some walk-off magic. We'll see if they can get it done right here on Milford TV. It all comes down to this bottom of the 7th inning for the Lady Hawks. The 2-time defending Division I state champs trailing by a score of 5-3. Taylor LeBrun with a big postseason hit on her resume, leading things off here in the 7th against Lily Krishon, who has pitched well in this game. Looking to finish what she started, but not if the Lady Hawks have anything to say about it. LeBrun up now, Pierre-Gustavo on deck. And a big swing and a miss. And quickly, LeBrun down on strikes. The leadoff batter retired, and now with 1 out, here is Pierre-Gustavo. She's flown out to right, reached on an error, and singled in the game. The Lady Hawks needing at least 1 base runner in order to bring the tying run to the plate. And this one is sliced through the vacated hole between first and second. And Pierre-Gustavo on base with a 1-out single. And Megan Jacks will come to the plate as the potential game-tying run. The Lady Hawks fans looking for some late-game heroics, as Jacks backs out of the box on that pitch, but called strike 1, shaking her head in disagreement. Krishon speeding up the pace as she sends this one too far inside. It hits Jacks off the thigh, and she will trot down to first base. Pierre-Gustavo will move down to second. And now the potential game-winning run will come to the plate in the person of Jill Powers. Jill Powers, who had a frustrating at-bat back in the 5th inning, fouling off some tough pitches after going down in the hole 0-2, eventually fouled out to the catcher. Jill Powers, who drove in what turned out to be the game-winning run in the state championship game against Agawam last season. Up in a big spot once again. Takes the first pitch down and in for ball 1. You have to wonder if Krishon is tiring at all. She has thrown a good deal of pitches. One ball, no strikes, 1 out in the inning, and runners at first and second base for Milford. Here's the pitch. This one hit up the middle for a base hit. They will wave the lead runner to the plate. Here comes the throw. It's not going to be in time. In to score comes Ali Pierre Gustavo, and it's now a one-run game at 5-4. Now the tying run in scoring position at second base, with the winning run aboard at first. And now a conference about to take place on the mound as the entire Franklin infield converges. As Maggie Farrell, the right fielder, coming up in a big spot. Some excitement here late in the game. Maggie Farrell, in case you were wondering, does not have a home run on the season. She collected 4 RBIs in the regular season with 3 doubles. A big .471 average, which was good for second on the team. Up there on the left side, swinging at the first pitch. She grounds it to third base. They get the out there. The throw across the diamond pulls the first baseman off the bag. A near double play to end it. But they could not complete it. They cut down the runner Jacks at third. Farrell reaches on the fielder's choice, and Milford now down to their last out. The tying run in scoring position still at second base, now in the person of Jill Powers. And Leah Murray, the third baseman, coming to the plate. She's doubled and scored in the game, swings at the first pitch and lines it to shortstop. The catch made there by Alicia Donovan. And the Lady Panthers pour out of the dugout. They hold on to win this game by a final score of 5-4. And so there will be no three-peat for the Lady Hawks in the state championship this year, as they are eliminated from postseason play here in the preliminary round, losing to Franklin again by a final score of 5-4. Both teams showing good sportsmanship with a high-five line here right in front of home plate. What a battle here today. The story of this game, that 5-run fifth inning, all of the offensive damage for Franklin done in that third inning. Big blow, the 3-run home run from Lily Crishone. They needed every single one of those runs to hold on to win this game 5-4. A furious comeback here in the 7th inning by Milford, with the tying run in scoring position with only 1 out, but a ground out to third base and then a line out to shortstop, and that is the end of the season for the Lady Hawks, but certainly a lot to be proud of this year with all of the changes on the roster. A new head coach at the helm, but still this team with an excellent performance in the regular season, grabbing a spot in this playoff tournament and playing very well here today. Unfortunately, just coming up 1 run short. But congratulations nonetheless to the Lady Hawks on an excellent season, and also congratulations due to the Franklin Lady Panthers, who will move on to the first round of tournament play, where they will meet up with Silver Lake High School. That game will take place tomorrow afternoon. That will wrap up our coverage here from Milford High School. Rob O'Keefe, thanks to him for camera duties here at the field today. And I am Tim Coette. Your final score, one final time today. Milford eliminated from postseason play. They lose this one to Franklin by a final score of 5-4. This has been a presentation of Milford High School playoff softball here on Milford TV. So long, everybody.